See what we got here. So, what else is new? I woke up on a Sunday, looked at the YCS coverage, and immediately saw something that caught my eye. Incredible timing, by the way. We're counting down to 0, but this is not live. Uh, so
minutes and the final at 65 minutes.
So I just I turned on the stream, and what did I see? The most amazing thing I ever did saw. Okay. So this feature match, the first match of day 2, is not this guy, the guy right here. This is Robert Kramer. This is Kramer. I know this guy. I went to like locals with him for years. He's pretty cool. He's always on like some kind of like crazy, like he's really good. He's just played a little bit unorthodox. He has like some crazy deck choices. So this is really cool. This is like a treat, and it's cool to see him getting that far. Yeah, I like this guy. And guess what they're playing? This is Memento versus Mimigol.
Not a bad way to be.
Goblin Memento too, which means that they're probably on like at least I don't know, a couple of the level 3 and that one other spell, the continuous spell.
That is a Memento player's best outcome for sure.
Definitely lets you get a lot of setup there. And one of the other things, though, is your deck has.
Is Kramer on the
so
continuous spell, or is that an Ultimate Slayer?
There may not actually be any points of interaction. So we're starting off with Dark.
Hard for me to tell. I just see some shiny spells.
Coming down, using its effect here to destroy itself and get another.
Memento has been seeing a lot of play this weekend, though. It had at least another feature match yesterday too.
I actually saw an interesting kind of
I think that the Blue Eyes player did beat it though, because you know Drill Beam's a hell of a thing.
Speedroid engine in this deck, not only goblins. Cool.
It looks like it's good. Taking a look over at Robert's hand, there's not necessarily a lot that can interact. Plenty of spells and a few Mimigools, but not much else. So Sleepy hitting the board here. I think it's time for a little fusion summon.
Oh, they go right into Sleepy.
Sleepy special, I believe, right? So now we're gonna be using.
That's why. Wow, wow. You had Aki, and Gaddock in the opener. Wait, I have to look. What did they search? They searched Sleepy. They opened Aki and Gaddock. How does this happen to this deck over and over? What do you mean you open 2 1-ofs? What the hell?
Three monsters. Wow. The Gaddock, the Achi-Huron, and the
How does this happen?
Yep, and then we're going to chain to the effect of Creation King Gaddock to summon from the graveyard.
I mean, now you get to play the game and all, but like, holy shit.
Or extra deck to the graveyard. We're going to start off with a fusion, as well as a combined.
I don't know if they built that chain right. Gaddock should. No.
Probably want to get something like.
They went chain like 1 creation, chain like 2 Gaddock. That's what it was.
Yeah, Mace.
And that's why you can get Mace in the hand. Alright, you get fusion.
On Robert's next turn.
Just an excellent way to set up there. It's such a crazy card that has gotten so much done this tournament. We've seen so much good Memento play.
Yep, on a new chain there, Gaddock will add back that fusion.
But nothing's. Oh, you have popped the Dark Blade, yeah, so.
We're going to go ahead and destroy the special summon there, get rid of the Creation King to bring back the Mace there. Going to banish the Mace to bring out the Memento Niklon's field spell from the deck.
Wow, they're doing this really like they this denotes a mastery of the deck, if I'll be honest.
Fulfilling the Memento combo. Let's see if he can keep going.
Might be just some funny stuff and no breaks.
And then of course at any point they can drop the move to the closed out end
to play through stuff, but it's just not going to be the same as just dropping down an Ash Blossom and Joyous Springer and a Biru, because that just hasn't come up yet.
Destroy 1 Memento on the field and then add a Memento part of my hand.
Yep, just getting clarification there on what these effects do. Always important when you're communicating with your opponent to always just clarify, like, what are you about to do right now, so that way I can best tailor my response.
Definitely would rather ask than be told or find out the hard way, right? So we are going to get the Seahorse there, the Memento Tatsuno Toshigo. And just feels really strong on the Memento side right now. Just uninterrupted play, card after card after card dropping down. So I feel, you know, since you don't know what your opponent has, do you think that Pascal is going to set up the Cranium Burst combo? We haven't seen every Memento duelist even use that.
Well, we have seen this card before.
Wow.
Goblins Breaker.
They opened the spell too.
Be getting that
So what they opened Dark Blade, Gaddock,
the Mace back to the
Aki.
So I'm not sure
Goblin
how
Biker.
far Pascal's deck can go because it looks like he's playing a lot of sub-engines that
Something
aren't
else.
just Memento. So maybe he doesn't have room for cards like Cranium Burst, but
Yeah, Cranium Burst fell off, and I understand why now. It really is.
Unfettered he's been able to play so far.
It's a card that can sometimes get diminishing returns there,
you
right?
kind of don't
does
need it.
nothing unless you have combined creation on
Yeah,
the
it
field.
does
so it looks
nothing,
like
yeah.
he's just not going for that just yet. In fact, I don't even see it in the
It'd be
deck
cool
as
if it
he's
worked
sort
with
of
the fusion.
scrolling through as he sends his Memento Fusion to the graveyard.
I mean, at this point, we sent so many cards from our deck to the graveyard.
Like, reduce the attack and defense of a
That's true, that's true.
combined monster you control. I
I'm
don't
going
know.
to use Akihuron in the field spell here. Going to put Sleepy back on the board.
This is nuts, but
And
they
we're
have
gonna
the
add
world
Mace back
at
to
their
hand, like I
disposal.
mentioned earlier. That's a really good way for him to kind of change of heart during his opponent's turn and steal one of their monsters.
Memento Mictlan really feeling like a different type of field spell than most, but hey, speaking of different stuff, Goblin Bikers, is that a big Gabonga?
That is a big
That's a big Gabonga.
Oh my gosh. Robert with the imperm at the perfect time to stop that big Gabonga and unlocking
Wow,
all the
that's
goblin plays
crazy.
that Pascal might have access to. I've never seen that kind
I
of
gotta look up
big
the card
goblin
real
engine
quick.
before, but going into big Gabonga, he's probably going to search for another kind of monster that can let him extend, maybe like a Doug Charger or something.
Maybe, and now that Goblin Biker Big Gabonga, honestly,
So
it
this
makes
is
the
crazy.
rest of the deck
If
make
this
sense. When we saw the
dude,
speed
no,
on
I was gonna
Killer
say, what if
Top over the
Kramer
level 3s
impermed the
about,
Dark
right?
Blade
This is what the
immediately?
level 3s are
But
about,
they did
giving you
have
access
the
to those
Goblin
Goblin
Biker spell in
cards
hand,
and
so they could
using
have
that as
played
a
through.
backdoor to get into your Memento Goblin.
But Pascal's
But like,
no
just
worries,
imagine
it's
though,
the
like I
Memento
just
cards.
seeing the
We're gonna use
imperm
this
like
fusion
that
here,
is like
get some
really
of those
thought
many
provoking
names that I
because
have in the graveyard
you
back into the deck. We're going to go ahead and put Tatsuno Toshigo, as well as
Memento's
Gaddock
really
back
good
into
at
the
dodging
deck,
the
and
imperm,
hopefully
but
bring out
if they
Twin
don't
Dragon
dodge the
here
imperm, it's
and just
over.
get even more digging
Yeah.
into our Memento engine.
Certainly a powerful.
That's why the
sometimes
Goblin Biker
vulnerable
spell is so
deck, right?
powerful,
Dimension
because
Shifter
you
is not
can
a great
just
time for this deck, but it still can get a
you just
lot
have
done.
6
So
spells
we are
that
gonna
let
go
you
ahead
dodge
and say goodbye
interaction.
to our Memento Twin Dragon
The other
here,
3 being Bone
and say
Party,
hello
of
to
course.
2 new Memento cards.
Let's see, what names have we not used yet? We haven't used, we've already used Goblin, but not the Goblin in hand effect to protect from targeting. But
Yes, but that could only be used on the opponent's turn, but that means he's setting up to just make sure, hey, whatever you're going to
Double
do,
Goblin.
we
I
ain't
gotta-
doing that here.
Exactly, and then maybe like another Anguish.
The worst part about
follow-up or
the Goblin
Darkblade, or-
build of
yeah,
this deck is that
Dark
you gotta run
Blade.
2 Goblin, and I'm like,
Darkblade is a great way to start the combo. You could go into Anguish first, but then you would just miss an opportunity to get another Memento name to the graveyard, which is obviously very important for combined creation.
And there we see the
about that,
Darkblade
yeah.
being sent back out to the
Jesus.
field.
And then you
Now we're
banish
going to
it.
use the graveyard effect of fusion. We're going to get rid of
crazy.
the big Gabonga.
It's
Unfortunately,
crazy
being
that
confirmed, big
Memento
Gabonga
Fusion,
is
it
not
can
gonna
just
be
pop
very
any
useful to
monster.
Pascal.
No, it is not, but we are going to go ahead and bring out the Bone Party. Possibly for extension, maybe it's
The
gonna be
fact that
used
the
just to
Memento
push the
Fusion
envelope a
can
little
use its
further, but we're
graveyard
sending two
effect the
monsters
same
to the
turn
graveyard.
it's sent
I
and
feel like
use the
SP
other
Little
effect
Knight has been very
feels
common
like
in the Memento
fake,
boards
you
because
know?
everything else with the combined
Like, it
creation
feels-
is
it
just
doesn't
fine,
feel
and the
real.
SP Little Knight adds just a little
Like,
bit of
it's like they
protection
made
for
the
that
card
zone.
wrong or made
Yeah,
it in the wrong year.
like what more do you need, you know,
What is in your
besides a
hand, by
combined
the way,
creation and an
buddy?
SP Little Knight? 5,000 attack and a way to banish something.
Wait,
Plus, who
what
knows
gets
how
me is
many
I don't
matches he has in
know.
hand now with the mace, the
It's
protection
a
from
weak
the Goblin,
field.
who knows
Wait,
what
I
else.
see what else
Oh
they
yeah,
got.
a searchable change of heart you can
They do have
activate on
Bone
your
Party in
opponent's
hand
turn.
to, like,
That is
pop off.
incredible.
The thing about Memento is that you play on the
And
opponent's
the
turn really
non-targeting
well.
from the Goblin too is honestly
But,
really great as well.
Like, I expected
There are a
little
lot of
more.
targeting cards in the form, but there's also not a lot. The Malice matchup can be kind of difficult, so if Pascal makes it out of this duel
I don't
alive, he
know.
still have his work cut out for him.
See to end phase and then phase set.
Oh, this
We're going to go
Goblin
and set
Biker-
the
wait,
end
what
phase
is
with
this?
the Memento
You can't tell.
Mictlan, and the Memento Fusion goes face down.
I don't know.
Okay, and we have seen before
Kramer's
that
got
some
the
of the Memento
Prometheans,
decks play
but-
really interesting fusion monsters, things like Guardian Chimera and whatnot. So those could be also
Alright, so
extra
let's do what
interactions
Mimical
that
does
Robert
against
might need to
this.
take into account.
Oh, that is-
during his opponent's turn.
That's one
But there's 1-for-1 pitching Mimical Archfiend from the hand, and I bet you Pascal's like, oh, this is what I'm playing against? Okay, give me a second to think here. What are you going to do to me?
So you can't
The
target.
preemptive
Good
Goblin.
targeting, that's right. Beautiful 1-for-1 art there featuring Sonic Chick. Not to throw shade on the Samsara Lotus coming out of the original 1-for-1 art. But speaking of
Sonic Chick is so
1-for-1,
adorable.
it is, it is. Let's go ahead and grab our
you have
Mimicool Dragon.
Yeah, he's on summon. I
Okay,
can
so you go
yeah.
first.
Effect to add a mimical spell.
Back to.
You know, for whatever reason, for
Yep, so there we
years,
go.
I thought
We're
one
just
for
able
one
to
has
chain
to
link here
summon
because
something
Robert's
and
turn player,
attack.
So we chain 1 dragon,
I
and then I,
don't
believe
know why I
Pascal's going
thought
to chain
that.
2 combined creation.
Yeah, affect the spell.
Maybe I was always thinking of the
Yeah,
fact
just
that you
learn
have to
special
discard a
Mimical
monster
from
and
the
like,
graveyard.
my
A
brain
Mimical,
went
a
in that
Memento.
direction.
All these
A
double
lot of
M
M's
names
here.
are getting me.
But we do have our Memento Anguish there, and that
this
means you
kinda
can
lets
grab
them
pretty
pop
much
off, though.
anything for backup.
So, because
or
Anguish
bait. Well, I
can
mean, he's
get
already
like
got the
sleepy,
mace, so I guess
and now
we'll
that
let
Bone
his
Party
cards
is here
do
to
the
let you
talking
pop
for
stuff
us.
at whenever you want. You can
I mean,
sleepy
honestly, I bet
fusion,
you Robert's
yeah.
fine with him taking his cards. I'm like, I'm going to give you cards anyway. anyway.
It
Don't worry
actually
about
is really
Yeah.
cool how much
But
this
grabbing the
deck
Sleepy
can do
feels
with
good.
so
You can go
little.
ahead and have it jump into the fray. Memento being destroyed. will sort of clear that condition, let it special summon, let it fuse, and it's already got the Memon Infusion face down on the field, so Pascal in pretty good shape here, but we've got our Mimigul decisions to make here.
Mimigul Maker is basically a custom
I
card
really want to
for
see if he's on the
archetype.
continuous
It'll
spell
essentially allow two
charm, I
monsters
think.
to enter the field, one on the opponent's field
'Cause
and
that
one
thing's pretty
on your
cool.
own field. Sorry, one into your hand, I should say. But the one you give your opponent usually is not going to be a good thing.
Choices, choices.
We got
There
Slime
are
here
two
and
roads.
The
Which
one
one
for
you
one
take?
into dragon has resulted in an odd
So
maker.
we're going to roll the dice here. Random decision.
All right,
It's
so that
odd.
means Pascal will get Archfiend. Yes, yeah. So Pascal gets Archfiend set face down, and then Robert gets Slime added to his hand.
No.
Don't
On my
always see
card.
Slime. Still not a bad card, though, for sure. Being
Yeah,
able
it's
to
basically like
special
an extra
another
body
Mimigul.
for him that he can use to either go into Xyz or Link plays.
So nothing get active right now. Right?
Right.
Okay.
We got is that
Do you
a
see a triple tactics thrust in the hand?
Okay,
Maybe
it is
two
a
copies,
thrust.
actually.
that is 2 thrusts. Oh
That's a
my
really
God.
good card in this deck, is it can search all your really powerful spell cards like Maker, but we also know there's plenty of interesting cards you can use to kind of counter your opponent's board, like Talent, like 1-for-1 you can also grab as well. I think here he's probably just going to grab Talent, and he might take the Combined Creation and just switch it to attack mode and deal some damage.
You certainly can. Now, because it is not alone, it is not able to attack all monsters
Can you
on the
imagine,
field. That's
though?
certainly
It
a cool
attacks
trick
everything.
you can do at home if you happen to play against a Mimigul player, or excuse me, Memento player. Now I'm doing it.
Yeah, they literally have the double M's. Oh my goodness.
Honestly, draw 2 is fine.
Oh, gonna draw 2. Okay, so just getting a little bit more gas in the tank. It's
I thought
true that with
Ash
the 2 copies of
Blossom.
triple tactics thrust, there's not much to do. I see an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, and I believe a Droll and Lockbird that was just drawn. Also, level
that's
1
not
can
good.
be helpful, but maybe not what he needs
That's no good at
now.
all.
Very true. Yep, because
Little
Ash
Knight
got
has
more
yet to go
monsters,
off,
it's not gonna be coming
so,
out as a free summon. This could let him go into Giant
Sunbird is
Mimigul, get
fine.
extra monsters.
Anything when it's destroyed.
He still has not committed his normal summon for turn, and if he gets his own Archfiend out of deck to flip over his opponent's Archfiend, that could be ways for him to get even more advantage.
To activate Memento Fusion. Sure.
Oh, this could be the Guardian Chimera sending 1, 2.
Yes.
Oh, what an interesting way to get rid of the Mimiguls off the field. It's just a fusion summon.
Yep.
I'm going to attempt to use Guardian Chimera's deck.
Yep, fun fact, guys, you can fusion summon using set monsters, but oh, we're going to Ash the Guardian Chimera because it does include an effective draw.
Banish SP. And 2.
So
Pretty funny.
very heads-up play, preventing any Xyz summon if you get rid of those 2 face-up level 1 monsters. And we haven't used our normal summon yet, so that really was a Troll and Lockbird. I see it could just be normal summon in order to keep Robert's plays going there, but it looks like we're going to say goodbye to the Slime for now.
Does Giant Mimigul need to
I
have...
don't-
No,
I don't
only
think he
2 level
plays
1
through
monsters.
this.
That means you could still go into it here.
Oh,
even
you can
if
make a
have to use normal summon
Typhon.
Droll, and there it is.
There's
I
the
just
Droll.
normal summon the
It's a level
Droll.
1. Oh, but we're getting the bone party
that's pretty
going,
funny.
so
Okay.
I wonder what monster would be used now in order to keep that Xyz summon from happening. I mean, obviously using Memento Mace is huge because you could just take
what
your
can they
opponent's
do?
monster and then they wouldn't have
They
to
used
level
Anguish
1.
already.
And you know your opponent's kind of in a desperation phase when
Oh, you
they
popped
are
the
normal
Sleepy.
summoning Droll and Lockbird.
You're
That's
like,
really
this is
interesting.
probably not going to be good for me if I let you keep playing because this is your last effort, so let's just stop you right here.
Chain Link 1 Gaddy, Chain Link 2 Sleepy.
Yep, so because Sleepy was destroyed, it'll have its own effect.
Chain Link 1, Gaddick, Chain Link 2, say Aki? You shuffle that
Bone
in.
Party being able to destroy from the field and the hand is so nice.
Oh,
for
it's
just
an
unlocking all
incredible
these effects.
card. Just getting rid of another name there.
Want to fill that yard up nice and deep.
I think it's a Sleepy. Never mind. He just gets it back.
Summon.
Oh, we're gonna fuse it off. Okay, so really saving the mace and not
Oh,
trying to just
combined.
steal the
Yep,
monster,
okay.
doing something
That's-
cute
that's
instead,
GG.
using to make a Creation King.
Creation King, Chain 2 Gaddy.
Creation King's so crazy.
And now we're going to be able to send some more cards with the Creation King here. I believe in order for it to pop, you need to be able to destroy something on your own field, right?
Yes, you have to
Yeah,
get
like
rid
that's
of
not
some
gonna
of
be
your
an
own
issue.
Memento monsters, and in exchange, you get to destroy the same number of cards on their side of the field. But as you see, there's plenty of Memento monsters, and there's even if you just got rid of the Gaddick, that would be enough. But he's going to do both to get rid of both.
It's a really
Reason not to
there's
have
there's like a
Creation King in your yard
funny
anyway. You get so much value out of doing
result
that.
there where getting their field blink lets them go
Definitely a
evenly or
powerful
something.
monster there. Really rounds out the Memento strategy these last couple of support cards they've received.
I don't see how we aren't going to game 2 now.
Yeah, the recycling of the resources that the Memento deck has is just so impressive.
There is game on
Well,
board
I mean,
right
it's
now,
a
and
deck
you got
about
none.
coming back from the dead. Certainly, they do just that.
Yep, so there, during the end phase, the SP and the Slime will come back, and then it goes over to Pascal's turn. And I think this is as simple as switch everything to attack mode and
Start getting in there,
Just get
yeah.
in there.
Setting the face down card. I didn't catch what it was. I wonder if it is just a set triple tactics thrust.
it could be like if it is a trap
It
card,
is.
could
They have
be,
an Ash.
Mimigul
He's got an
Room,
Ash
which is
in it
a
for us.
book and that can also potentially summon him more Mimigo monsters and maybe keep Robert alive, but it'll depend here on what he actually is setting and how far Pascal's willing to play around the potential of that.
So I do wonder what makes a Goblin Memento. I think the only deciding factor is like that they're on Gabanga, and they probably have one of that continuous spell.
Looks like we'll take the Memento Infusion from the Banishment.
Ooh, but there we see the other secret effect of Dark Blade, being able to destroy spell and trap cards.
Is it Grand Entrance?
Charging in there. This is going to force something. Do you reveal that card?
Yeah, that's Grand Entrance because it just adds a Goblin monster to hand.
To book something in play, but I don't know if he targets something that hasn't been summoned this turn, if he'll be able to flip it back face up.
He does also get to
special. So weirdly, like because Goblin Bikers have this season going on, it also works as like a good anti-Resial card.
Real low here.
So if you're going seconds, you can rip something out of a detonator.
Anything to this?
That's really interesting.
Use one effect per turn, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, Kramer had room. I didn't even see that. Okay, that changes everything.
So just clarifying,
this changes like
will not be able to be activated.
That's right. That's no targeting. That definitely
room
helps.
allows you to like play a whole different game.
But it has changed one face-up monster, so it does, yeah, still flip down.
Yep, so he gets the special summon monster to Pascal's field, clogging up his zones, which is really important, but also setting the Dark Blade. It was summoned this turn, so it couldn't be put back up. Easiest way to do that.
That is correct.
Oh,
there.
okay.
But there's still so much power on the field. If the SP
well, he has Maker in the graveyard.
The slime.
But it is worth noting that unless Pascal commits to Link summoning, he won't be able to, or I guess another fusion summon potentially, he won't be able to have enough zones to start normal summoning from this point forward. So he might not have enough damage right now.
Well, 5,000 and 3,300 from the Chimera feel pretty good. With the 500 defense of the slime, that may be enough.
Yeah, he's reading the Maker. We know he's smart. Good.
Robert
These are two dudes who clearly understand each other's sort of off-meta picks.
I may not be able to get out of it, but
sort
I
of
need to know
off-meta.
what's going on.
Memento's far more meta than Mimical. Let's be real.
All right, we'll go
mostly.
We have 16.
Yeah.
Not knowing the 5,000 attack of combined creation, all of a sudden now that makes sense.
Not knowing the. Okay, I take back what I said. That's like the one thing you gotta know.
Lose this turn, Steven. Oh no, he just didn't know how much that monster has per attack points.
A little smile there flashed on Pascal's face as he gets right back into side decking there. Definitely adds a little bit of breath back into his lungs. But yeah.
We're gonna just jump forward a bit.
But then once we get to game 3 again, it could be anybody's game.
Okay. So the going first Mimigool. Let's see how that goes.
Draw 5.
You still like, man.
All right, so Robert
to see this.
Go first, and he's leading off with
I haven't touched my Mimigool stuff in a long time. It kind of fell off with me.
Sorry, Dungeon, Mimigool Dungeon. Mimigool Throne's the new Xyz monster.
That's right, that's right. But we might be sitting on the throne. Oh, and both players got Droll and Lockbird, and that
Dungeon
makes
and
sense.
Droll.
Oh,
Droll's good against Memento, though. I mean, personally, I know how to play through Droll and Memento, but it's still good.
So gonna activate the triple
it does
tactics
work.
thrust here.
And this luckily sets from deck. Does not add to hand, so you can dodge Droll and Lockbird with it.
It's true.
But are we going for an in-engine spell or trap card? Or are we going for something like different dimension ground or dimensional barrier?
That's true. We are
DD ground would also be really good.
Like thrust,
Is that a Cherries?
More potential for you
I thought I saw Cherries.
Oh,
I saw Featherstorm. He's on the Featherstorm tech. No, just Imperm. That's interesting.
Ah, I see. I think I saw Harpy's Featherstorm as he was cycling through his deck. That cool color yellow just sort of splashed out there.
See, they got it.
Didn't choose to use it, right? Not a lot of wing beasts here.
Maybe he just can't get to an Xyz.
Some just stuff, right? I mean, that's the thing about Mimigool. You have so many different options than anybody else in the tournament scene.
And Thrust really makes your deck just a bit more flexible like that too, which is really nice. But there, Robert's got a pass. So unfortunately, Droll and Lockbird, the patented turn skip interaction has worked against Robert here. Let's see if Pascal can
Okay, the Droll's about to hit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll be
this exact scenario is why Memento players cut reinforcement of the army. Because if you witch and get your search off, you can keep playing. If you Rhoda into Darkblade and they Droll, it's over. Because then Darkblade doesn't really have shit to go into. I mean, like, okay, it can go into like Goblin and do your stuff, but like it's you're out a good search. The one Anguish search like gets shit done. Also, I didn't see what they grabbed.
Oh, and quite a bit.
Sleepy. They keep searching Sleepy. That's really interesting. I mean, it might just be they have the horse in hand.
Maybe he's thinking better in his head.
Now, Robert's hoping that this will be enough to stop
Hey, thank
Pascal.
you for
That
the
might
follow.
be enough to sort
Good
of stop him
morning.
from getting extra extension, but being
Welcome.
able to send cards from the deck to the graveyard is really all Pascal needs
But
to get some
this
plays
Pascal
going.
fella here, like,
Whereas clarifying
I want
here
to see him
how,
open all the
Mimic
one-ups
Duel Dungeon
again.
works. Basically,
Flash me
Pascal
the
needs to
Gaddock
control
and the
set
Aki.
monster
Come
in
on.
order to not be allowed to normal summon, but right now there isn't one, so the other effect doesn't really matter. But in the future, it's worth keeping in mind.
Okay.
Ooh, but there we see the triple
There you
tactics talent coming from Pascal,
Ooh, for the reveal.
having him reveal the hand.
Dragon and Maker.
Oh, that's such a
There it is.
shitty.
He's just reading
A
that.
master,
Reading
excuse
Well,
there,
this is
reading the
weird
monster. Yeah,
because
he's like, they're really
Dungeon
pseudo
can
boss
just
monster for the deck,
search
but he can
them
become
whatever
really
they
big,
want.
and he on summon can,
And
like,
these are the
really
two
search
searching
cards,
monsters.
which is pretty nice. But yeah, Dragon
This is a
really the bigger threat here.
kind of
because that gets
shitty
you to Maker, and Maker
position
gets
to
you
be in,
everything
but
else.
yeah, I guess that's the
Absolutely.
best because Dragon's generally better.
Robert smiling there, just in good spirits. Happy to be on the featured match stage for the first time, but definitely.
Has he
trying
never
his
had a
best here.
feature match? That's
He's
crazy.
A2
He
with
must.
Moogle. That's already an
I feel like
accomplishment.
I've read him in He's definitely had the written feature matches.
No, nothing at all.
Yeah,
Just
as we
'cause,
learned
I
yesterday,
don't
it is
know.
an ignition effect, and there we go.
The guy runs
Boom,
decks
coming
that
down.
like attract that kind of attention, you know.
That's huge.
I'm trying to remember shit that I've seen him play in the past, and like now I'm like blanking, of course. Like he plays good decks, like he's a good player. But there's just always that little like, just a little twist. He's good. It's one of my inspirations, you know. I say that as if by the time I met him, I wasn't already like that. But you know, you like to see others with a like mind.
It doesn't negate effects or anything.
It does not negate.
Yeah, it's like a pseudo battle phase sort of floodgate. Stops people from attacking you if they were summoned this turn.
Yeah,
Kinda reminds me of
Dungeon's
some
a
of those
really
early Bakura
cool
cards, right?
floodgate
The Dark
that
Door, et
I
cetera,
have to
just
read
slowing you
like
down, but not
5 times
necessarily
before I
stopping you
realize what it
permanently.
means.
Very importantly, I believe you need to control a set monster first. So
Correct, but he's about to if this
He's
resolves
about
to flip
to.
down one of those monsters. I would imagine you've got to go for that seahorse.
I think Kramer was on
now,
like
the-
when
I
I
think the
around the
question
time I
you're
met
asking, Robert,
Kramer,
is
he was
does
on like
Pascal
True
have
Draco.
Mehmet Total Infusion? Because
I was
if
on
he
True
does,
Draco,
giving him
so,
a
you
monster
know.
that he can't fuse with might be really important. But here we're going to give him the Archfiend and give him 2 set monsters total. Oh, you want to know why? Because Robert has access to room on a following turn to flip up the monster that he just set, so he'll be able to get more advantage by just giving him the monster and maybe have a higher likelihood of stymieing him with his own field spell. But there we see the Bone
Stymieing.
Party. I believe it only can destroy face-up cards, right?
Correct, because it has to have that name, and so all the cards
Right.
face down, it doesn't have a name tag on.
It doesn't say tribute or anything, so yeah.
Correct, it's destroy.
So Bone Party destroying Sleepy there is pretty huge because Sleepy could be able to fusion summon once this cycle gets going here.
Yeah, choosing wisely as he goes through the deck. You do not want to make a misstep, even if you're up one game. Pascal wanting to make sure that this goes the right way. And so it looks like the card we're choosing is...
We've already normal summoned. We probably want something like, I don't know, Gaddock? No, probably
He's
not.
got
Maybe
the Gaddock at the front, so it seems like that's the one he wants to do, but maybe we're swapping out. Oh,
Another
Darkblade
Darkblade.
for the destruction.
Gonna try to destroy the field spell just to get all that funniness out of the way so we can keep playing unfettered.
We're gonna go.
But we know Robert still has that imperm face down. He could just use that to stop the Darkblade.
Certainly could.
Oh, we're not gonna be Darkblading. We're just gonna be using the effect of Bone Party Descent. Sorry, the Sleepy
Interesting.
Descent.
I actually have to reread Dungeon.
I'm going to attempt to use Dark Blade to spell system.
Oh, it's an
That's
ignition effect, not on
normal.
summon.
Ah, okay,
The
gotcha.
other effect is on summon.
That's right, that's right. So it's going to be destroying. Now it's tough. Even Robert's like, oh man.
Oh yeah, Darkblade doesn't target, huh? Oh no.
Yeah,
Using the
so he's
effect
not
Descent.
using the
I
discard
see.
effect to
Can't
destroy the
normal
spell or
attack.
trap on the field, but he is using the destruction effect to special summon a level 3 or lower
Right,
Memento.
because we started with
monster.
Anguish, not with Darkblade. That was last game when we started with Darkblade. I see.
You typically want to start with Darkblade, but that's what makes Memento so cool is that it's almost like playing like a free-form video game. You just play whatever
Like a
cards you want,
free-form
whatever
video
order you
game.
want.
100%. And here we're going to add back the Sleepy. This will let us have access to our fusion play.
I was
still,
just
which is
thinking how
pretty nice.
Memento is like a
And
free-form
can
video
Sleepy
game.
use face-down monsters to fuse? I would assume since it's a fusion
Yes,
summon
yes,
you
it
can.
should
Yeah,
be
it's
able to because even with Guardian Chimera, right, it doesn't
I mean, it
specify
is.
with what it's doing. But all monsters in fusion
Oh, this
summons,
also means that
unless it's
Pascal
for
did
something
not
specific,
open
they can always
Gaddock
be
this
used
game.
face down because you fusion summon on the resolution of the effect, not as
100%.
their cost.
Yes, 100%.
If that makes sense to the chat, my apologies.
No. It's always interesting, you know, when you
Okay,
have set
alright.
monsters incorporating with all these new summon mechanics that we've had ever since 2018. It's really
A
interesting to
goblin,
sort of see
okay.
how you can combat that style of play. This is what Mimigoul is always
There's
about,
no
you know,
Mimigoul
is getting your
Goblin. Can you
opponent
imagine if there
into
was a
these big
Mimigoul
targets, but
Goblin?
actually are harder harder to use than you might
what
think.
kind of world
I
we'd be
really
living
love
living
how
in.
Minigool has this sort of like dungeon master feel, right? Where you're like, you encounter a dungeon, you open the treasure chest, bad things happen, right? You're almost telling a story. But Memento Up is a story to tell too. They are just going to keep on coming.
And Minigool is always about, you know, is
Master feel, right? Where you're
gifts, but actually are harder to use than you might think.
I really love how Mimigool has this sort of like dungeon master
The
feel,
dungeon
right? Where you're
master.
like, you encounter a dungeon, you open the treasure chest, bad things happen, right? You're almost telling a story. But Memento Up is a story to tell too. They are just going to keep on coming.
And then there's a dragon.
Yes, and then it's a big old dragon made of bones.
So I think Robert is just debating if he wants to interact with this goblin's effect here. And he does. He's going to imperm the goblin.
Interesting.
Use Sleepy, the fusion summon.
But now, very few cards left. We're still under the effect of Droll and Lockbird. Nobody forget.
I'm going to chain link one Creation King, chain into Gadget to summon itself back.
Yep, so they have the Chain Links 2 Gaddock to summon back, and the Creation King to send more cards from the deck to the graveyard, which again, Drone Lockbird does not stop, and like I said earlier, that's all Memento needs to do.
This could be it. There's certainly enough Memento names that if you just throw down a few, including the combined creation, then all
Including
of
the
a sudden
combined
5,000
creation.
plus 3,000 equals
That's,
8,000 last I checked my math.
Creation King.
See, and here's the thing about Mimigool, is that, yeah, you flip some stuff down and you prevent the normal,
I was just about to say.
and, well, then that happens,
Vision is clear.
and,
Pascal's been having a little bit of trouble
That's
going for game
right.
this turn.
then that happens.
That's the thing, it feels like Swords of Revealing Light, but just like Swords of Revealing Light, it can be removed from the field and no longer has that protection. So now we're seeing those 5 names.
And now Pascal has more than enough damage in play to go for game here. We're going to attack for 30, and we're going to attack for 5k, and that's game. Pascal takes it, guarantees his
Ugh.
game win here. Going
Getting
up to
hit
8.
with the
Still
5K
needs one
again.
more to potentially get in contention for top 32.
Look at that smile. If you roll back the
Look at
VOD,
that smile.
Pascal did not look like that at the
Great.
beginning of this duel. He was
was focused.
locked in, super serious. But now that you see him, all smiles, ready to represent his scene and ready to keep on going. And
Alright,
great
well,
stuff.
yeah,
Just
I
showing
had a
that the
feeling that
young
was going to be a
monsters
short
get it
one,
done
considering
and
the
keeping
stream
his cool
just
against a
started.
very
What
wild
happened
pick.
next? What's like live right now? Is that Tomb Keeper? Oh, it's a replay. I'll like take a look at what round. Okay, this is this round, at least, or a round ago. We get to see Odeon though, which is apparently called Tomb Keeper. I really love it when Konami just like kind of jumps us with like, here's the actual name of the deck, idiots. This was like never alluded to, I don't think. They just started calling it that this weekend. I'm like, oh, okay, alright, I guess. If you insist. This happened, like, the one I always think about where this happened was, Edison format. Because, when Quick Draw started taking off, because we didn't really have, like, because that was like a kind of a good stuff deck, Quick Draw, the original Quick Draw, where, like, you ran Super Nimble Mega Hamster and crap like that.
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Oh, no. Would it be? No, they would have to call it. I mean, they did call it a Shizu,
Because I know one of the traps lets you activate.
didn't they? Did we even have a name for it? I mean, I don't know if the real people out here, you know, the official whatever the fuck, if they called it a Shizu or not. Exchange of this, they did call it a yeah. So like, they've set a precedent. They should call it Odeon.
Yes.
Yeah, it was revealed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it's weirder with this deck because like Odeon is literally a card.
Absolutely.
With a Shizu doesn't even like appear. Which is funny. They should have made a Shizu a card, really, when you think about it. Anyway, when Quick Draw happened, I forgot what we called it. We called it like, I mean, we called it Quick Draw. We called it like Quick Draw Plant, or. But I remember like the first official tournament where the deck took off. I don't think it was Edison itself. It was it was close to Edison, and they called it Quick Draw Dandy Warrior. And I remember reading that. I'm like, why the fuck did you call it that? Quick Draw Dandy Warrior. Like they have, like, I'm like, I don't know if you could say that. It didn't really catch on though, like, because what happened? Because the deck was like an evolution of like plant synchro decks. I remember it was the I think the initial one in the OCG was Debris Hime
Has a secondary.
because it was Debris Dragon and Titanial. Debris Hime. Because the Titanial was an incredible boss monster that you could just whip out with Lone Fire. But then Quick Draws happened and then became a much more synchro-centric deck.
Heavenly Prisons.
Granite for Lord. Crazy.
Activate Prisons, reveal. Do I just leave it right here?
I don't know if I vibe with Lord of the Heavenly Prison in this, but
It remains revealed.
I guess it feels just a little excessive. I don't buy that it's another thing you can banish, like a level 10 you can banish for Circuit, because like you're never gonna cycle through 3 Anubis, especially in your opener. This thing though is a nuisance. Statue of Anguish pattern. Now that like it's like the deck just has 3 trap monsters that say, or 3 monsters period that say, yeah, you use a trap, pop something. Go, keep popping stuff. Just do it.
And this is just revealed, so I just leave it in my hand. I'll attempt to end my main phase after that.
3 cards on the left, want to know. Or, yep. For the stream, you're pretty good to
Okay, and I'll end my turn.
drop 2.
Okay. Draw phase, you have priority, do you have
I do not have.
Go ahead and activate English Pattern.
Sure.
Because English Pattern was triggered, I can go ahead and activate Heavenly Prisons.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just said a spell check.
Correct.
Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. Full for. Alright. Yeah. That's one good reason to run Lord. Yeah.
So
I'm
after
gonna
the
reread that real
cycle,
quick
you have
myself.
priority back.
For a quick effect.
Let me just confirm which one this is, because I get them mixed up, you know how it is. Monsters with 1500 defense or less. That'll cover a lot. Against Ryzel
This is still in draw.
and most
Still
anything.
draw. So now you have priority back. Do you have anything?
No.
Full Force Fire is triggered twice.
Full for Barbers. Uh-oh. It doesn't hit the Ash Blossom.
This destroys.
Yes.
Does it... I don't... Which Rise? It's Sword, right?
Okay.
Does it have big defender? I mean, it's not like the guy knew he was up against Ryzel necessarily.
Main phase one.
Stand by phase.
Mhm.
Main phase.
Or it's X. Yeah, it's one with 2k defense. Whoops. You got Ryzel.
Yes.
And seeing that tactics in the hand would make me nervous because I'm like, uh-oh. Okay, don't pop anything. Just careful. Which I guess since Anguish Pattern is a monster, it would allow, like, it would enable tactics, yeah?
Chain Link 3. Prophets the Deity.
I think?
Cards up to other
Let me read Anguish Pattern.
Correct. Oh, I mean, yeah.
This card cannot be targeted. Oh, well, no, that won't stop the targeting at that point because Aggregator is already targeted. Yeah, Anguish Pattern is also not a once per turn, which is just... The pop is not once per turn,
Stand by.
which is crazy.
Take. Quick search.
Where are we, by the way? Have things changed? Oh, we got like the actual live match starting. Why don't we jump to that?
Who's
I'm a
going
little
to go
more-
first?
I'm a little more
Silver
concerned
Bellion.
with
that
it.
card is incredible because you actually go first here at YCS Houston. Alright.
Fiendsmith
number?
Rescue Ace.
Yeah. Alright, looks like the dice are about to be rolled.
And Bestial Malice.
Looks like that is a 10.
Bestial Malice feels so
For Jesus.
redundant, doesn't it? Like,
Followed by a 9.
does the
Just short.
Bestial in the name imply that like they're on the full 10 Bestials, or like are they on Lubellion as well? Like, what's going on there?
Alright, hands are drawn. Jesus will be taking.
I think that's a little much. Like, you say Malice, we know what you mean.
Nope.
Alright.
Alright, going through their faces properly here.
Looks like he's going to start with a Fiendsmith Tract.
Normally,
know.
I would say the Rescue Ace is very protected from effects similar to Droll and Lockbird, but I think every time you start with Fiendsmith Tract, it can get a little dicey.
Yep, gonna add the Fabled Lure, discard the Fabled Lure.
Change roll.
Oh, Droll and Lockbird.
Called it.
At least he didn't start with Engraver.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
much worse. He could be stuck with that tract in the hand, but at least he'll still be able to special summon this Fabled Lure. Like, if you start with the tract, the Droll's not as impactful. And a card that's notoriously not super strong against Rescue Ace.
Yeah, normally it would be pretty useless against Rescue Ace. But now, if you didn't have to take the lead with any Rescue Ace cards, I'm wondering how difficult it will be to find access to him.
All right, so the Requiem is going to tribute off the field special summon Lacrima of the Crimson Tears. Lacrima of the Crimson Tears is going to let him send a Fiendsmith Engraver from the deck to the graveyard.
Thank you, Lacrima.
Looks like we're going to be using the Engraver effect to put back the Fabled Lure here. There's a response. There is a Bestial Magnamut on the Engraver.
Oh, that's not just a Bestial, it's the Bestial here.
It's
Going
the
to try and
Bestial.
cut off having that Engraver access, so it's going to prevent him from having a rank 6 or a
I
link
think the
2.
Bestial. What does that mean? I guess it's good. It's good. I mean, isn't Druid's Worm the Bestial? Like,
He's opting
if
to
we're gonna
not activate
compare.
the Magnamut because of the Droll Lockbird, even though he could
I guess
technically
Magnum
use
was
the
limited though,
Magnamut here
huh?
because it can add from
Probably
the
why.
graveyard as well. If a dragon happens to hit the graveyard
Not
throughout
true.
the turn,
The
you still
Bestial.
can resolve it. And it looks like he did have Turbulence.
Which is funny
because
because we have the Bestial Aluber. He has the in the name.
And then you have to tribute a Rescue Ace from your field or hand, and we're going to be getting rid of that.
Anyway, this is happening now.
Through the Droll
There's
Lockbird.
Yep, normally a good one,
Bounce it back and forth.
but now it is going
Which,
to have
okay, you
tribute
droll me?
on
Okay, I'll
the
just set
field.
4 from deck.
So he's going to be able
Go
to
to hell.
grab 4 Rescue Ace spell and trap
yeah.
cards.
Normally, you know, it
Why
takes
do
up a lot of those
they-
spell and trap card zones.
Not that Rescue Ace is
Picking up one
any
from the
like
Requiem.
particularly
But will
like
he
good or
have 4
anything,
targets
you
in
know.
the deck? Yep, that's 4 emergency.
But
I
like,
think that's
damn,
Alert.
why'd
or
they do
rescue,
that?
And then extinguish and contain.
Shit's crazy.
All right, Turbulence is pretty much one of the big reasons to play Rescue Ace because you're able to access so many cards with just one card.
Yeah, we talk about how powerful an individual card resolving is, and Turbulence has to be on the top of the line. Not often you see a +4 instantly.
Yeah, definitely. Does so much. Now we're going to see the Contact Fusion with Lacrima of the Crimson Tears basically turning into that Necroquip Princess.
If any effects from the hand are activated from this point on, we could get an additional value, but it looks like we're just going to be linking away into the SP Little Knight using the Necroquip because it's a monster
And
from
when
the
it-
object.
it's just
SP
Little
Knight
Knight.
gets its
It's just
additional
Little
effect
Knight.
to banish the Bestial Magnamut on the field.
Which I guess you don't. No, you don't need to have Rescue Aces to use the back row, right? It's like they just get bonus effects when
Setting
your
a
opponent
5th
does
spell and
shit.
trap here.
It's been a
locking
while.
up all of those back row. The deck's going to be cut, and it looks like it's going to be a pass turn here from Jesus.
It's been quite a while.
Not the craziest field, but when you're looking at 5 spells and traps, it can be a lot to deal with.
Yep, SP Little Knight is solid.
Remember when the OCG put Little Knight to? What, did they put Little Knight to 2? They put it to 1, right?
Now he's going to use Rescue to rescue a Rescue Ace monster from the graveyard.
So we're on Swiss
He's
11
going
of
to be summoning
11.
back Airlifter here.
Drone Lockbird
Meaning
no
that
longer holding him back from adding cards from the
there's
deck
a
to the
chance
hand.
if that
Player
Memento
will
guy
be
wins this
activated, but
round, he
it
gets
looks like
the
there's
top,
response
yeah.
now, so he has the infinite impermanence.
Will this just be met with SP Little Knight to try to tag them both out?
Isn't it? I mean, Mementos are doing great,
Or he
and
could
they're
just
getting
use
their
emergency
ultra
here.
rares
Probably
reprinted.
better use.
The,
Yeah,
their
we're gonna
whole
be
2
shooting
ultra rares
emergency like
reprinted in
getting
the
access to the
whatever
Hydra
set coming up.
to turn on the additional effects of the rest of your Rescue Ace cards, while also effectively
Sleepy
removing the Airlifter
and
from the field.
combined, and the other one
It
are
is
still not
quite
in
the
Master
way to
Duel.
dodge infinite impermanence.
This is really impactful here now, having 3 cards
Yeah.
taken out of Joshua's hand. The Magnum effectively
Sleepy
known
in. I don't
because
think
of his
no.
own
No
little
sleepy.
lock
No combined, and no There's
and the airlifter will be able to
Aki.
resolve now
Aki
that
around.
he's no longer on the field, be negated by the Infinite Impermanence.
It's been so
Gonna be adding
long.
Rescue Ace HQ to get even more follow-up on the following turn.
Yeah, Rescue Ace HQ has always been one of the staying powers for Rescue Ace, being able to replenish those spells and traps because you can set so many of them with Turbulence. It's going to be great for follow-up. But it looks like Joshua's seen enough. He's not going to be able to put off the flames, and Rescue Ace saves the day once again. And now Jesus is just one win away from, well, there's still some tiebreakers. Maybe some XQs won't make it, but putting himself in the best position he can to make top 32.
I feel like he also managed to not reveal what his strategy is, Joshua, of course, being. He showed a Bestial, a Drone Locker, and an Impermanence. You could find those cards pretty much in anything.
Yeah, those are pretty generic cards that any deck would like to use, so it would be tough for Jesus here to side deck properly, not really knowing what is on the strategy side there for Joshua.
I think this is usually what Malice needs to take advantage of, right? Post side it gets so difficult once they know to put in those Artifact Lancers, potentially Chaos Hunters and the like. But if you don't have that knowledge, it becomes that much easier to be able to win, especially when you're able to go first.
Yeah, and I think like the Bestial Malice deck we've seen is the hardest one to anticipate that the Malice cards are there, because even though we didn't get to see the Fiendsmith cards, there's so many other cards you can see to where it would throw you off. When we saw it yesterday with this same exact kind of team. Number 3. All right, starting off Fiendsmith Engraver.
Again, really doesn't tell anything about your deck.
Oh, they do. Like, you know, it's that thing where it's like when you're this far in, you still don't necessarily know what your opponent is on unless you're like hanging around the top tables and like spotting stuff.
Here, likely going to be activating that Fable Lure that we've seen time again.
But that's like a fun thing where it's like you don't always know what you're playing against. You just kind of assume.
And then able to trigger its effect in the graveyard,
It's like, oh no, it's Malice at the top tables.
Yeah.
Time and time again, classic Fiendsmith combo.
And then this happens. Oh, well, yeah, look at his hand.
Ash Blossom enjoys spring here. Or no, it's actually a Molcharmi Fualos.
That's even better almost, because you're going to get the drop, but he is called by the grave.
A lot of answers here, a lot of answers here.
Oh, that's tough. You feel good when you see the Molcharmi in your opening hand, but met by called by the grave from Joshua. It's his turn to go first in this game.
Oh, you know what?
I wonder how
that's a Lubellion on top of the deck. Look at that. They're on some shit. Maybe they're like on Branded Lost or something. I don't know.
And then normal summon something along the lines
of point taken.
Malice Dormouse or even Malice White Rabbit. I think Jesus might just want to pack up his cards as soon as he can.
I mean, yeah, once he sees the Malice, if he has the Malice cards on top of all the Fiendsmith stuff, it should be pretty crazy.
When you're already 1 card down, it's pretty much impossible to beat. All right, looks like we're going for sequence here. Trying to bait another interruption out of Jesus. Are we activating Fiendsmith? It looks like it is resolving. Going to be able to put 3 back to fusion summon Fiendsmith Desiree.
There it is. Now do you go into Agman Day? Probably not with Malice. I feel like there's not a lot of room for Agman Day in there, but here comes the Chessie Cat to reveal he is actually playing Malice cards.
And this is perfect because now you have a Link 2 on the field, so it means you can immediately go for a Link 3, but it looks like we're actually activating Chessie here, so we have another extender in the hand.
Yeah, I got you.
This can be a little weak to something along the lines of Nibiru the Primal Being, but like
a little bit,
we did have ways to extend, and we are banishing the Dormouse here, so we get maximum value. Dormouse is
huge,
paying 300 life points.
Maximum value.
Looks like we're activating Dormouse as well. Gonna get access to White Rabbit, and once White Rabbit is able to resolve,
they got everything.
Getting access to GWC.
They got Book of Eclipse going first. I think that's interesting.
Pretty for Joshua.
What is that? I guess because you can end on the Link monsters. What the hell? What was that?
You have GWC 06 being set off the effect of White Rabbit.
What's going on? Is that me? Is that the stream?
No interruptions from Jesus beyond the Fulos.
Hello? Why did they do that? Oh, are they just doing that for the life point paying? What the fuck? That was terrifying. I used that sound effect for things, and that was the scariest thing I've ever heard.
The additional extender in the Mouse and Underground. I think for good measure, I would already activate the sequence now just to make sure the Desiree is live. There could be an infinite permanence down the line, but I guess at this point, it would have happened so many times by now.
He's going to link away his monsters. Going to SP Little Knight, banish the Red Ransom from the graveyard. So Red Ransom will special summon back to the field.
And I will.
They're just having fun with it, huh?
I will not banish.
Yeah, opting to not banish another card from the deck here. Mainly
No
because,
Dotscaper.
yeah, there's no Dotscaper. You still have Malice in Underground if you want to banish Chessie, which is the only name you haven't used yet.
Right now he's going to link away those monsters to link summon Malice White Binder.
On summon,
He's going to be able to banish 3 cards from either player's graveyard on summon. He's going to banish his own Chessie Cat.
Makes sense, getting that last name here, keeping the Malice in Underground in hand just as follow-up. And you get another body on the field.
Pay 300 life points, special summon back to Chessie Cat.
GWC, banish for cost.
Okay, we're already activating GWC to bring back the Red Ransom and being able to gain 2300. Now the White Binder will be able to activate, draw a card, and summon itself back.
I gotta be real. I don't care for watching Malice play. They're going to
Looks
game
like
3 though.
everything is
Looks
going
like.
A-okay.
So like,
a
let
lot
me
of
talk
monsters
about
on
stuff
the
I've been
field.
testing with.
I
I've been
suppose there is
screwing
a good
around
amount
with
of time left. I think Jesus just wants to see
K9.
what else is in
Yeah,
Joshua's
oh
extra
my
deck,
God,
because I can't imagine he's able to break this.
The White Binder lets him
Oh,
reset a
I
trap
did
card
do that.
from
Well,
the graveyard, so the GWC06
here.
is going to be right back to where it was.
Is this showing? Aren't you
Links
showing up?
away Malice White Rabbit.
There we go.
Linked decoder, I imagine. Yep, there's the decoder. I'm going to be linking away that plus the White Binder as well as the other Malice name.
Yeah, I've been playing K9 a
into
little
link
bit.
green
I think
crypto.
it's pretty cool.
Decoder is able to now come back.
Yeah, link to
23 or higher.
Yeah,
like,
23 or
it's-
higher,
23 or higher.
So
You
he's
just
checking.
put so much shit on the board, and it's opened up this really interesting
now
way
you
of
can
just
just
kind of pulling
link
out whatever
again
rank
into
5s you want to play with.
What I imagine is just Firewall Dragon.
It's pretty unique.
Oh,
It's just Moon. Now,
that works as well because it makes a bow because it is a fiend.
there you go. The perfect materials for a Bowcue. I love a Bowcue from
Bow's
Supreme
the best.
Darkness.
You get to run
You'll be able to
chaotic
discard a
elements,
card
which
to
is
banish
like
yourself to the end phase, spell summon back
the
Water
deck
Dark
is
monster.
so clearly
Go ahead and
built
just
for
get,
chaotic elements. It
use out
almost
of
makes
that
me
Mouse
like,
Underground that we searched earlier and get back the SP Little Knight that we.
I don't want to say like I'm
used
mad
as
about it.
well.
I'm just like, you
And
didn't even
then
try to be
finally,
subtle
our
with this
DFC
one,
would
huh?
attach itself
What do
to
you
the
do?
Desiree.
I don't think I want you to add
The
Ghost
Valkyrie
Fusion
will be
every
coming
deck to
back
your
during the
hand.
end phase.
I love a Bowcue. It's one of my favorite cards.
And I'll move Dante.
Well, now because now you want to play
Back
it so
comes a
badly. I
Bowcue.
mean,
It also has the other effect to discard. Not only can you spell summon back a light or dark, you can also choose to destroy a card
Like,
on the field.
you know,
very
now you're
flexible
just too
card.
desperate.
And it banishes itself to the end phase, and it lets you draw cards and put cards back. And
I keep
during your
saying
own
that
turn.
Banish the
effect
Mizuki
sounds good,
from
but if you've
hand,
made it that
yeesh.
far, the game's far over. Like,
I mean, with Malice, you always have so many different types. So it's like usually like at least 4 cards.
yeah.
Because you got Fiends, Cybers, Dragons sometimes. But yeah, as you said, Jesus just wanted to see where it was going and what his deck was capable of.
Who are you?
So we'll be able to better plan for game number 3.
Ew.
And Jesus is ready to move to that third and final
Vanish.
game.
Yep. Plenty
Yeah,
of
right.
time still on the clock here. Just got as much information as he could
Okay.
from Josh's strategy, mainly because he didn't.
I like how
have
Plague
any
Spreader
from game
zombies
number one.
like they're
And
lookalikes.
now
Like
we
they,
make a plan going
we
into
went
game
with
number
Clown.
Can't go wrong with that. Like, even
I don't know why that
on
happened.
your turn, like it's full combo.
Ew. Ooh, not a great hand.
All right, Joshua evening out the series.
Joshua. Joshua.
No matter what, this is going to be the final game of our Swiss round 11.
Terror top.
One of these two players will be
You're
putting themselves in a
fine,
prime
I'll just
position to
fool
make top 32 to move into the single elimination portion
wait
of
for
the
him to drop the
YCS.
top gun.
Unless they somehow
Pocket.
magically draw and eliminate
And
both
I
themselves.
flew.
Hey, I've seen it plenty of times before.
I have seen it, yeah.
I've seen it in the last round of the World Championship even. 2 players playing tier and just happened
Go.
to draw, couldn't get the
Go.
game finished, and
Go.
neither of them made it. So it's definitely happened. You want to keep that in mind, but we have plenty of time on the clock, so I'd be
Juckle.
shocked if these 2 players drew after those 2 quick
That's pretty good.
games.
Both the players have been playing at like a very mindful pace, right? They're just going through their moves, not necessarily at like a fast pace, but they're not going slow either, and they're being mindful of like what they need
All
to
right.
do. They're not staying in the game longer than they have to.
Yeah.
Do I just
now,
do I just
Rescue
shotgun
Ace
the
is an
imperm?
unexpected strategy for sure, but I do think there are some cards that are in people's side decks that will cross over and be useful against the deck. I think because of all the, I mean, even decks like Ryzeal and Malice, Harvey's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, not bad cards to put in against those decks going second, as they're going to have cards that maybe they're siding in going first, like Solemn Strike and stuff like that that you can take out
Okay,
with
watch this.
the mass spell and trap removal. So there's going to be some cards
So
in
Joke will
Joshua's
go
side deck
here,
probably that will line
and
up decently well in the Rescue
then
Ace.
Yeah, I think especially with
This
as you
blaster
mentioned, the
goes
popularity
here.
of Solemn Strike, which is a huge counter.
This
into
card's
a lot
so
of these other decks
funny.
because they don't naturally have ways to deal with others' sets that they can't force out. So Solemn Strike has been a huge force in locking
This
down
card
games
is
where players are able to
so
go first.
funny.
So people are
Like,
have
okay.
been forced to have backward removal, as you mentioned. Just
Oh, the
to
imperm
account for
suck.
those
Oh,
cards
did you
being
catch
sided
that
in,
too late?
and those will work
Okay,
fantastically
that's fine.
against Rescue Ace.
I can normal summon you without
Definitely.
tributing.
We'll have to
And then
see
send
if this duel is going to get a little
I'll probably
turbulent,
send
though, here from Jesus.
Dog Boy.
I mean, Rescue's Turbulence is just
I
a crazy
guess.
card. The first time I read it, I was like, this is unreal. Like, being able to set 4 spell and trap cards from
Problem
your deck.
is,
Yeah, surely they make.
I mean, it's the
summon,
best
right?
thing to send.
Even,
It's
it in
just
fact got easier to summon as more cards came out for Rescues. As we saw, just Emergency can throw that monster out there so quickly.
I mean, Rescue Ace was definitely one of the strongest decks at some point during its
Yeah, I
release,
sent you.
especially with access to the Sinful Spells
okay.
engine. There was a lot of
So
cards,
then I
going for it.
can
Hydrant
make.
is a
This
very
is great, by
powerful
the way.
card on its own,
You can
being able
make
to
King
max
Pell
resources
and go
every
into
single turn, and
Deus
also
Machina
giving
next, which
those
is
bonus
just
effects to the rest of your
really,
cards.
really funny to me.
Definitely. I mean,
Me
even like
too.
if another card leaves the field, destroy one of your opponent's card effect is kind of tough to navigate sometimes.
There.
Yeah, like a lot of these Rescue Ace cards have like that like slight bonus effect that you don't really think about, like the hidden ability, if you will.
Secret effect.
Get rid of you.
Secret
Get a cool
effect.
card. Probably
Some cards
spell.
have a secret effect, but not really a secret effect, but ones that don't come
Wait,
up as
was I
often
able to
as
do
their
that?
main effects do.
Huh?
So you always gotta look out
Yeah, it's
for
not
it.
the one that's
Oh.
usually beating you, so you don't.
Whoops,
really
I
pay
didn't
attention
realize
to
I had the
But
effect
this is
live.
it. We're at the YCS Houston.
Oh, I can do, like,
round
anything.
number
Oh, you just let me
11,
play
Game 3.
so
only
much
one
card.
of these duelists will move on. The other will
Yeah, like,
unfortunately
I'm just gonna turn
be,
off your board. I'm gonna
have to
do
go to
what I
side of
want.
Public events.
I'm gonna turn on some music now because, as far as background noise goes, it's kind of. I mean, I don't know. Is that good background noise? There's a TCG. There's an Italian. Oh, a second. Bologna, Italy. What's going on here?
By the way, Poseidra and Shadow.
Just I see an Italian with a Baguska on board. That's fine. We don't need that. There we go. And then play a little bit of K9. The only thing I really gotta work on the thing you gotta work on with this deck is like some of the ratios, because the number of lupine, you know, the dog. Oh my god. Come on, there we go. Because you really only need one copy. Oh my god, okay. That happened. This just happened. Oh, I set a cold boy with Fua out. Fuck. Forgot. I thought it was no monsters. Can you tell I don't own one? Oh. Fire sword. I think I want to droll this, to be honest. Because this way you cut off the salamander too. What if I just over it? That's... What are you gonna send? That's fine. Because you send the thing that searches, but you're under draw. So I don't know what they're gonna... Unless they're on some of that new shit that I... Because, Dark Flare Knight, Dark Flame Flare Florsman, you know, that thing. Oh, no. Whoa. Okay. I don't think I want that to happen. So, because you have the metal morph. That's a terrible draw. That's awful. Oh my god. What did huh? Okay, you know what? Screw it. So I'm just gonna poke first. This is how I'm doing this. And I'm normaling. And I'm gonna make Little Knight. And I got that. I got my Little Knight. I got my Ash Blossom. I'm good. That's what you Ash Blossom, see? Yeah. Okay. Do I have a... Carabine's in here yet, right? Oh, no, it has to be... Damn it. Yeah. And we just... punch. I don't know. I got Izuna. She will let me play game. Whoa. Well, then I'll just do this. What do you do? I probably could have waited for it to... Oh, okay, never mind. Well, now it has no type change, so... Oh? Wait, does it not care? God. Does it just have to mention the card? Ignoring its summoning condition. So it just... It doesn't care. Huh. I'm just gonna... Yeah. Oh, right, it's like, it does that thing. I mean, it's not really the end of the world or anything. Just gotta get this off the field. Somehow. There's ways. So I'll normal you. And send a thing. And then I just kind of got to make something to get you off the field. Which, it could be literally anything. Which, wait, did you activate a monster effect this turn? I don't think you have, actually. That's kind of a pain. How do I get you off the field, then? I gotta get access to... Oh. Wait, how does this work? You go, Okay, so what I'll do is... make you... It can be targeted, right? It's not bullshit like that. Okay, good. And no, and then I summon... Chaos Nash. And then I use Chaos Nash. Attach. Put Arc. Take. And then I win, basically. Yeah. Yep. Easy. I was actually doing that Nash play wrong for a while, where I forgot. Like, I just attached my 101 to Nash, and I was like, what am I doing? Okay. This isn't helpful at all. The other thing I've seen is a K9 deck that they run River Stormer. and then they just go into Regulus, which is like, okay, why not? You have like the Regulus Garnet, but that's like the only machines you can equip are like the River Stormer. Oh, in this, but like it's a pendulum, so yeah, usually this. Ooh. Okay. They are going to force me to read Argo Stars, unfortunately. I'm just... Go away. I got a pretty interesting hand for going against Argo Stars, well, which is to say I have Blaster. Great. Okay. Unfortunately, their hand is empty. Once per turn, if a continuous trip... Wait, okay, you can summon it, okay. Once per turn, discard a card, summon it. Once per turn, your opponent activates a special summon. Okay, well, that's not really going to help with placing that Blaster. I could put it in this column for fun. Yeah. Okay, what if I do it like immediately and wait for a response? Then I could put Blaster in like the zone that I want. Okay. Which like the dangerous one? Probably this. No, you seem more dangerous. So I'm gonna put her here and Dizza over here. Okay. Good heavens, it's Anguish Pattern. No. Yeah. Uh-oh. Activate a monster effect in the hand or graveyard this turn. They haven't. Uh-oh. I mean, I can just try this. She still got a quick summon effect, so... Argo Stars causes me anguish, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Ow. Oh. I mean, they still haven't activated a monster effect. Like, do I do it? Yeah. It's crazy how like no one's playing these cards though. Like, are they just suboptimal? What's the deal? What is the deal? I don't. It's fine. Let's see what's going on at the YCS. I'm just gonna pull that over here. What's up? Oh, they're still on pre-recorded. It's too bad. Road to the King hasn't been updating with anything too crazy, except that, like, apparently the new deck build pack is in fact pretty good. I'm seeing, like, K9 do some shit. But, like, no Yummy, which surprised me. Like, I expected marginally more Yummy, which is more than 0. What am I sending? Because I already have you here. I can send one of the monster. These are like all ignition effects though, is the problem. Ugh. That's a can I summon you from my hand, by the way? Okay, yeah. Yeah, this kind of is lame. Get out of here. Then I just set you. That's the name of the card. It's you. Yep. I guess that's it. I'm also glancing at some regional results from this weekend, and can't confirm Memento is doing its thing. Like, hell yeah. Get it. Get it, my bone lords. Oh. I mean, no. I gotta read Regenesis stuff better. I guess Ecclesiastes or Fluidilis works with Regenesis. That's cute. So, like, how Dogmatica could it be? Okay, so at end phase, and I flip the trap, I guess. Make you. And I make... Oh, you can just make any Xyz monster. Oh! Okay. So do I want you? Maybe? Like, it'd be nice to just hit something with Hound, but then I can't, like, extend. Oh, it is just with the one material. I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Let's rip. So you're gonna get destroyed soon, so we gotta, like, do something with you. I actually don't know. I have to get access to one of my spells. But I already activated your effect, so I don't know if this is gonna work. I mean, if I get to... I haven't normal, so I just get to, the Fire Boy, and I can search a spell trap. Easy as that. That's the second imperm. Okay. Alright. Good. Can I attack directly and then make Little Knight later? I actually don't know how, because the way it's phrased, it's not like the rest of this turn, but it doesn't say like this turn your monster's gonna attack directly. I'm curious. I guess we'll just find out now. What do you have? Is it just floor? Well, anyway, I gotta get Ripper off the field, so I'm gonna make Little Knight anyway. And then I'll see if the effect is, like, allowed to proc. Good. What are you fucking waiting for? Wait, no. Oh, never mind. I didn't take effect damage this turn. I thought it was just a burn whenever I wanted it. That was... okay. I don't believe anything here can just burn whenever I want. Oh, it does proc. Okay. Yeah, because the phrasing on that was pretty... not usually how that works, so that's why I was curious. Let's go non-engine. Yeah. Send to my guy. She's like a monkey, right? Like that's her. Yeah. Yeah? She's not like a mouse, I don't think. Yeah. If there was a god, that would make all of my cards live, but... okay. I don't got a lot to go on here. Oh, that man has Mark. I think I have to just stop it. I might just have the temple. Ooh. Oh, they're actually... okay. I thought they were just getting him off the field, but they're actually playing this. So they're probably not on Prime Nights. Ugh. Yes. What do you got? There she goes. Okay. That's where you go, Stoger. Okay. Yeah, and then you float back into the... Actually, I'm fucking... Spirit Dragon stops me from doing the summon to it once thing. That's irritating as hell. Don't, or just do it again. They're gonna... Oh, you Ancient Fairy Mausoleum into the... That's really good. That's really good. I think this might be a good deck. I think I lose. Yeah. It's a funny way to have done that. They had the treasures in their hand the whole time. Yeah. Do I want to fool us now? Okay. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, this way they might not summon Tyrant. I don't know. Oh, holy shit, I got a draw. You're gonna pay for that. Oh, that's a good draw. Okay, well, it's not the end of the high mid. I mean, okay. Like, it's ain't too bad. I mean, unless they stop that. It might. It might. I'm gonna find out. Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll do it. This is a cool deck. I'm kind of... It's selling me on it just a bit. I like the idea. I hope they don't make me fight the Joker. Yeah. I don't care if I'm going against the Joker. I'm going first. Fuck. Please resolve. Please, please, please. No. No, no. Stop. Okay. Good. Good, great. It's a prob. It would be fine if I opened any other canine alongside her. In fact, in that case, it would be the game plan. But I'm not seeing Jokel or Yokel, which is kind of the issue. Oh, it's Pearly. For those new in the audience, I don't like playing against Pearly very much. I think it's pretty obnoxious to play against. But so is Droll a lot. God. Yeah, they sure do get to do this, though. Whoa. 2023 call. 2022? 23. Maybe. At least I can't have it. Okay, I think I can't target. Shit. Okay. Wait, what actually attached to my ship? Oh, that, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to imperm on my turn, but I also have to actually draw a good card and not like my third Foolos. That has to happen. Come on. Oh, I lose. Can I... Kaifa? No. No? Oh, fuck me, I lose. No. No, get me out. This is crazy because, like, I'm on a little more engine than I could be. Like, I think I might have cut the Pyro, but I'm on 2 Lupus, which... Ew. What if I do this? What happens? Does their turn end? I guess it does. Please let it resolve. Let it resolve. Come on. Come on. Can it happen? Okay. Get in there. At least Droll helps. Okay. What the What do their pen zone effects do? Okay, you just change scale? Okay. But what'll they drop? Big red. Okay. And another big red. Okay. Ow. Oh. Okay. It's cool that they opened the two big red men. Oh good, I don't need non-engine for a going second. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. I didn't even get a Zuna in my hand. This is about as bad as they can go, folks. It's melodious. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Diza Blazer will help. It's possible. So I'm just gonna see if I can fight through this. There's a good chance I won't be able to, but you know, like it's like a thought exercise. It's fun. Sometimes you like to see if it happens. I remember, like, my least favorite part about this... Okay, wait, hold on. This isn't that bad. There's no, Come on! Okay. There's no, what's its name? Baka. Baka's not here. Baka's not here. Baka's not here. So, I'm gonna activate Jockle to put Diza Blaster in the 12 column. I think that's my best bet. Oh, I should put them in defense. So now, while their Schubertos are live, that's it. Okay. I get a Zuna. Get a Zuna. Shoot. Ooh. That's not... Oh, well, I do have 2 search spells in my hand. Yeah. But if I can just, like, run over their board, I destroy my battle. Can't be targeted or destroyed by battle. Do I have shit that gets around that? I don't know. Do I have non-targeting? happening. This doesn't... No. Now, actually, Little Knight... Hold on. No, it does target. What am I talking about? I don't... Do I have anything to get over this? Okay, Nash... Hold on. This does not target. Nash Knight does not target. That's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, use the Schuberta, and then I chain Lupus, and then you blow the second Schuberta, right? Yeah. Yeah. You do it? Yeah. It's fine. I cannot say that bothers me too. The effect does fizzle though. Okay, well. Fortunately, I haven't normal summoned yet. I did not realize that makes it fizzle though. It's too bad. So this would... I would lose my thing, but I could attack over shit. Okay. So I make Nash. I make Nash. Then I attack one other face-up monster. Yeah. Okay. So you... I guess yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. So then I use you, right? You're gonna get negated. Touch you. Grab you. And now I can't... Oh, this is like live now. That's interesting. Okay, so you attempted to activate already, which means I don't care about you anymore? That's good. Shit. I need something large. Ah! Oh, fuck me. I'm about to lose. Shit. I can't make you. Yeah, what do you do when destroyed? Motherfucker. Great. Get out of here. How the hell? Why am I allowed to activate this? I'm serious. Then if you have 3 or more Pyro Under Aquas in your graveyard, don't. Will this just fizzle? Oh, graveyard to hand. Oh. Oh. What if I just pass on? Sorry, Machinex. I might have fucked up there. I'm keeping Arya, though. Why did Schuberta act? What was that? Why did that activate? Hello? Oh, was it Baka? It was Baka. Alright, I messed up a little bit. Fuck you at the Typhon now. I don't know. I messed up a little bit. Melodius is such a pain in the ass. And Typhon does not. The only good thing is that chaotic elements will be live. They get a pop, but wait. Oh, you're off. Oh, Aquas. Aquas, yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. It makes the chaotic elements pop live by going through your Nash line. That's okay. It's cool. Maybe I'll live. And then I'll just throw it in Fool. I mean, I do have, like, cards. This will put Arya back in their possession, though. Don't... Oh, please stop. Don't do that. Ugh! Oh, no. Just... Fuck. Oh, no. I needed those. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do I lose? Yeah, I lose. Okay. Get on with it. I'm letting them have that one. Alright. Good. Let's get like one more in. The canine's still pretty cool. I'm drawing. I'm very unlucky. Very unlucky, yeah. Pretty super very unlucky, very a lot. Me looking at the YCS stream. What's going on, guys? How's it going? Anything cool? No, it's just looking at a crowd. And I'm picking paper and winning. I'm drawing like an okay combination of cards, actually, for once. Let me get Lantern. Okay. Nothing's been activated. So... I'm gonna use Jokul. Get Azuna. Send you. I'm not sure like when I want to send spell traps. I'm still trying to navigate that, but I got Lantern. Lantern can get me one of these spell traps though. Probably Liberation. LC Liberation is better for the... No, I'm sorry. EX Liberation is better for the pop. And then you can just kind of make whatever the fuck you want. Like... I can even just normal Azuna. So I think, like, making Machinex is pretty good. I can normal Azuna and make something else fun. I don't know. Ripper. Yeah. And this way, Lupus just hangs around to quick exceeds. I just get the trap, I guess. Set what can I make? Oh, a little. Good. Yeah, this is a really strong setup. Thank you, Machinex. Oh, come on, man. Okay, spell traps. Okay, spell traps. We can do stuff. Fuck it, we'll rank up. Big dog. I'm not gonna pop. And then summon Izuna and perform an Xyz summon. Which I can just make another Ripper and have the negate light. And yeah, then I can do this. Set the other quick play from deck. Or from graveyard. Away from deck. Yeah, just the fact that it slams out like 4 to 5 level 5s on the first turn with like really good search power is pretty huge. Presumably, like surely 7th Tachyon works in this deck, right? Level 5 Earth, that works with Giant Hand, but you don't really want that one. Evenly! Aw, man. I'll hand rip, I guess. Jesus, what the fuck? Okay, well, I'm gonna get rid of Raigeki. Okay, banish. Okay, so now that I've seen your hand, I'm just gonna... I mean, I don't need Machinex. Not with that, I can just keep... Just keep Werewolf. And what are they gonna do? You got Pachycephalo, which you didn't even set. That's crazy. And a Lance. And a third card I honestly forgot. Okay, so in the standby, what I'm gonna... Oh, I can't special summon. Just run it over though, right? Like, nothing's stopping me. Literally nothing is stopping me. Right? Okay. Check something here. Can't really do... I'm just gonna get Raigeki'd next. Then my question is, do I even... Oh! Perfect. Perfect. No, this is great. Something funny might happen, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna hand rip, and then I'm gonna rank up. Become smaller dog, and try to pop something. Right, get rid of. Oh, you wanted that, didn't you? Pass with your set, Lance. Do it. Come on. Yeah. What better way to end on like showing a stun deck like that it needs to sit down. This deck's cool. I'm gonna have to stock up on chaotic elements because this is gonna be an investment. If only for this deck specifically. Yeah, you can 7th Tachyon it. Yeah, this works with Masquerade. You two work with Giant Hand, and you're also Masquerade. Which I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a dark level 5. I'm not like that TCG player article that got it very wrong. No, this is how that would work. If anything, I should run another 101 number or 100 number because, like, if I Nash, put something under Nash, and then I can go into this Nash and then actually get the 101 or something. So, like, I would require something else. I don't know what, though. I could probably take out Chaos Angel. This hasn't really come up a lot. I also haven't used this a lot, but, like, it's fine. Oh, yeah, because this cares about hand or graveyard. This just stops all monster effects. But so does Machinex. Wait, is Machinex on the field? Yeah, okay, so this just hits all monster effects. I guess that's different. Though, funnily enough, it's a light monster, so it's a little harder to get. Weird. Oh well. No, thank you for showing up. The YCS is pretty cool. Hopefully Memento or something like that makes it. And yeah, I'll be back later with other things. Yeah. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you around.